Good evening, everyone. Today I'll explain you the process of fertilization. Fertilization is the process of syngamy, that is the fusion of compatible male and female gamete. In seed plants, fertilization is also known as sphenogamy, as it is accompanied by the pollen tube which bring male gamete in contact with the female gamete. Sphenogamy was first discovered by Strasburger. Fertilization take place by the different steps of fertilization. The first step is germination of pollen grain on the stigma. A large number of pollen grain fall on the stigma. It sets a pollen pistil interaction. Now, what is the meaning of pollen pistil interaction? Actually, only the compatible pollen of same species are able to germinate. Germination is connected with compatible and incompatible reaction between the protein present over the pollen grain and the stigma. If the reaction is favorable, then pollen grain pick up water and nutrient from the stigma and result the growth of pollen grain to form a pollen tube. And interaction between pollen tube and pistil continues till the pollen tube reach to the ovule. In the absence of compatible or incompatible reaction, pollen grains will germinate invariably, provided water and nutrients are available. It take a artificial method. Now, only the compatible pollen grain germinate and grow. They absorb nourishment and swell up. The swollen tube cell grow out of the pollen grain through one of the germ pore. In the previous lecture, I have already explained you the different layers of the pollen tube, pollen, and where we have seen that the germ pore is present from which the pollen tube starts to arise. It produces a pollen tube. Pollen tube is covered with entine only, and generative cell divide into two male gamete if it is has not divided already. Now the second step is path taken up by the pollen tube. Pollen tube contain two male gamete and one tube cell, a generating tube nucleus and some cytoplasm. It secretes some kind of enzyme like a pectinase and other hydrolytic enzyme to create an intercellular path for it to the stigma. It passes through the style along with its canal or conducting tissue in the case of solid style. Advancing pollen tube contain nourishment from the special cell, the special cell, and from the special cell and in the style. Ultimately, a pollen tube reaches an ovule and enter in it. Passage of pollen tube into ovule can occur any of the three ways. The first one is the porogamy. Porogamy, this one is a process in which the entry of pollen tube into the ovule through the micropyle, and it is most common way in the angiosperm, example like a different type of lilies. And second one is chlezogamy. This one is the type of entry of pollen tube into the ovule through the chalazal part, such type of walnut. Its example is walnut. And third one is mesogamy. Mesogamy, it's an entry of pollen tube into the ovule through the integument. Pollen tube into ovule through integuments. And example is cucurbita. This diagram shows how the pollen tube germinate inside the ovary and how this germination pollen grain germinate. Then it contain two male gametes, and this one is the pollen tube which starts to germinate and enter into the ovule, and such type of that is known as the porogamy because the entry of pollen tube into the ovule through the micropyle end. Now we have seen that how the pollen tube enter into the ovule. After entering the ovule, the pollen tube is attracted to the micropyle end of embryo sac. This is known as the embryo sac by the creation of synergid. It strike and enter one of the two synergid, and a subterminal pore appear in the pollen tube content come out of it, and both the male gamete or sperm cells are functional in the flowering plant, and they perform the process of fertilization. Fertilization performed in two ways. One is the generative fertilization and second one is the vegetative fertilization. Now come to the first type of fertilization, that is the generative fertilization, that is also known as the syngamy. It is the fusion of one of two male gametes with egg to produce diploid zygote or oosphere. Generative fertilization or syngamy is also called true fertilization. It is also known as true fertilization. Plasmodesmata connection of fertilizer egg degenerate and oospores now begin to grow and form the embryo. This one is the stage in which haploid male gamete, haploid oospore to form the diploid zygote. Now come to the second step of fertilization, that is the vegetative fertilization. Vegetative fertilization, it is a fusion of second male gamete with two haploid polar nuclei that is mainly formed in the male gametophyte. Now it starts to fuse with each other and diploid secondary nucleus of central cell to form the, when after the fusion it shows the triploid primary endosperm nucleus, and it is also known as PEN. It is called triple fusion. The reason is that two polar nuclei and one male gamete. This polar nuclei is mainly formed in the embryo sac of the female gametocyte. Female gametocyte we have already discussed in the previous lecture. Now this triploid primary endosperm nucleus is formed. It is a result of triple fusion because two polar nuclei and one male gamete fertilize and the later give rise to nutritive tissue that is known as the endosperm. This endosperm is formed by the completion of vegetative fertilization. Now come to the very important topic, that is double fertilization. It is the fusion of male gametes brought a pollen tube into two different structure, that is egg and diploid secondary nucleus in the same female gametophyte to produce two different type of structure. One is the zygote and second one is the primary endosperm cell. Double fertilization first discovered by Neustrin 1898 and then secondly it was confirmed by the Grignard in 1899. Double fertilization is restricted to angiosperm. It is however absent in some families like Trapeziae and Orchidaceae. The two components of double fertilization are generative fertilization and vegetative fertilization. In generative fertilization, one male gamete fuse with the oospore to form the zygote and then it forms later give rise to embryo. And the second step is the fusion of male gamete with the two polar nuclei and haploid polar nuclei in triple fusion to form primary endosperm. While the central cell of embryo sac is changed into primary endosperm cell, later on give rise to endosperm. Now I explained you the significance of double fertilization. First of all, it provides characteristics to the male parent to endosperm which are useful in the storage of the nutrient. Second, it ensures the formation of endosperm only when the egg has been fertilized and embryo development is to be start. It is very important how the formation of endosperm when it ensure only when the egg has been fertilized. Otherwise if egg is not fertilized then this process endosperm there is no any importance. And third one is vegetative fertilization or triple fusion provide a stimulus akin to hybrid vigor for growth and formation of endosperm by aggressive withdrawal of nourishment from nucellus and parent plant. Now next one is the post fertilization structures and event of post fertilization. What happened after the fertilization? Actually, after the fertilization, the flowers begin to fade after fertilization. Sapule, petal, stamen, and style wither away and are shed off. During this period, there is a spurt in ethylene production accompanied by increase in respiration. Sepals are not shed. In many cases, sepals are not shed. They are called persistent sepal. Example is solanum. And then after that, sepals grow with the growth of fruit. They are called the ascendent sepals. Major post fertilization change include like a ovary that is changed into the fruit, ovary wall that is changed into pericarp, ovule into seed, outer integument that is changed into the testa, nucellus that is consumed, maximum it is consumed, if it is persist then it change into the perisperm, and oosphere it change into zygote then change into the embryo. Synergid, what happened to the synergid? It get degenerate. And central cells, endosperm, central cell that is changed into the endosperm and maybe persist or get consumed by the embryo.